Alright, people, here we are. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday for everyone. There we go, I think it's working. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Everything seems to be working. Good. There we go. There we go. Seems to be working. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. How have you been, people? Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a great weekend, people, and happy Tuesday, everyone. We begin a new... Hey, I see that there are bots that are kind of like following and unfollowing over at Twitch. They're like surprise bots. God damn it. Quite interesting. Alright, people. Welcome back to day number 42 of, well, in this case, post-analysis review of Sacred 2. We have already finished our legendary 4-hour analysis of the game, and by now, I am exploring, I am finishing the expansions, which hopefully I think we'll be able to finish them today, because, well, maybe it will depend on the quest density of the Nanthar region here, of the blood expansion. But the ice expansion, as you can see, last time we did the first portion of it. As you can see, we still have to do the developer dungeon quest objectives all over the place. As you can see, the epic office quest, which I'll do once I finish everything, as kind of like one last victory lap, since we've spent the whole year analyzing this game, this endless and massive game. And we also still have some quests, like the Harpy Queen quest that I couldn't find the entrance to the dungeon, and the Djinn quest that I left over here somewhere. Well, not this one. And yes, pretty much last time we started the expansions. They're pretty much the last thing that we need to do. As you can see, we have explored the whole place. We still have to explore this island. Apparently there's a boss there. So we still have some last things to do in order to achieve 100% completion. Remember, we're doing a 100% completion of a modded dual version of the of the game. So we did the good side campaign and the evil side campaign and all of the side quests in bold. So it took us a long time, pretty much a whole year. The game is massive. I awarded it a good qualification. I won't spoil the analysis for you in case you want to watch that. So pretty much by now we are just doing the exploring the expansions. Last time on Thursday we did the Ultimate PS Vita showcase part 1. So in case you're interested in that, also you have that. We did it on Thursday here over at Twitch. So today I forgot to update the title. Today I will probably, as you can see from up there, I will hit level 75, right? So probably after a whole year of gameplay, we'll probably achieve, it's a very special stream, because today we'll probably achieve, after a whole year, our skill mastery. As you can see here, at level 75, concentration mastery significantly decreases the regeneration time of all combat arts, allows to maintain up to 3 passive buffs simultaneously. That is the key. Why I have been investing points. I have, pretty much you can see that this is capped at the same level as my main character level, as you could see some seconds ago. Right there you can see a 74. So basically today it will be the day in which I will get the 3rd passive buff that I have been leveling up, even if I haven't been using it, which is Purifying Chastisement there. That will increase my overall damage. That'll increase my overall damage as a direct consequence of getting a third buff. So I'm very proud of myself for having made it, for making it this far, up until level 74, almost 75. We are so close. So today, since we've already done the final analysis as a post-analysis, last time we explored what I would have added to the game besides the flaws that I commented during the analysis. And I said that I would have added a logical relationship of a sequential system between in the usage of abilities. In this game, there isn't a sequential system for the use of abilities. It doesn't matter the order in which you use your abilities; they are kind of like handled individually. When when in normal MMORPGs, in most MMORPGs, there's a sequence. For example, in World of Warcraft, I cited that when you activate Arcane Blast, you can boost the attack power of Arcane Missiles, for example, just as an example. So there you have a reference of the first thing that I would have added to the game as my first post-game conclusion. For today, I wanted to analyze the impact of the mastery system of having a third buff, in this case, and the rest of the abilities. It's not just a buff, of being able to see that they all have the proficiency and the mastery. It increases damage. It depends on the branch of the skill tree, on the skills that you invest your points on. So basically that's the idea for today, to see the degree of impact, the topic of analysis for today, the degree of impact of reaching level 75 and achieving mastery finally after so much time. So I wanted to analyze that. Of course, since we have already done the analysis, we can do some off topics that we all know and love. And looks like we begin with representative cross section. I remember last time we had a bugged quest or something like that with the competition, because my game crashed right before I could finish that one. So yeah. But no worries, people. No worries. Let me flash the internal memory of the game through alt tabbing. Believe it or not, it has worked wonders for me. Let's depart because we have two quests over there that we need to grab. We also need to read the books of the game that we started last time, and definitely they are a long read, so we'll have to dedicate some time to that eventually. So let's see what we can do. We'll probably hit level 75 sooner than we think, so it'll be an interesting journey to finally have that third buff. Fetch me the 4 hunting lists I forgot. Oh, where did I put my head? I can't believe I forgot 4 hunting lists on my... Let me adjust this. There we go. On my circuit. Oh my, I'm getting old, it seems. But then, I'm not 800 anymore. I wish we could be that. We could last that long, huh? I'm too old to drag myself back all the way to get them. Perhaps you could help me get the 4 hunting lists I forgot to collect.
The Inquisition will take care of this.
People, immortality is something that we desperately need to achieve as mankind. It should be priority number 1, but well, it definitely should be. Immortality. We definitely need it. Wouldn't it be amazing to finally be able to, at least biological, if you want to go to space and get killed by a black hole, well, that... It's like, you know that there's an immortal organism on Earth, right, people? You know that it already exists. It's called the immortal jellyfish. Didn't you know, people? There is an immortal organism on Earth already. A jellyfish beat us to it. It can basically reverse its genetic cycle and go back to a polyp. Kind of like reverse the aging process and go back to being a little jellyfish baby, a polypop, something like that. There's already an immortal animal on the planet, so we shouldn't lose hope. Find my lost amulet. By the gods, how embarrassing. Why do these things always happen to me? The amulet was a gift from Sophia herself, from the 500th anniversary of my sanctification ceremony, and I, unlucky girl that I am, lose it during my hunting trip. Sophia will never forgive me. If Mother Sophia cannot abide something, it's negligence. I am desperate. Please help me find my amulet.
You just worry about the collection. I will
500th anniversary. Good on. Lost gift. I think this one is part of a quest line that we were doing. We were doing last time. All right, people. Today we need to be efficient if we want to finish it. It's not here. We need to be efficient if we want to finish all of our quests. So I'll try to go swiftly through them. Alright, it's a sequential quest. We need to follow the different locations. Yeah, remember, this is... I think it's part of the... We finished the spirit quest in which we had to kind of like finally put the Dryad to rest. I mean, not us. We had to ensure that the spirit would find the tomb. The spirit of the Dryad would find the tomb. By the way, people, on Thursday we will finish a split second. The amulet doesn't seem to be here either, so... Either or either. You choose the pronunciation.
Nothing but a fluke.
Both of them are valid. That's the beauty of the English language. You have several pronunciations for several words. Did you know that, for example, in native language, in Spanish, and in a lot of Romance languages, the pronunciation of a word is the same as the written version of it. Like the difference between pronunciation, the fact that pronunciation exists, it's a phenomenon exclusive to Viking-derived languages, like, well, not only Viking, also non-Latin ones, the ones that are not directly derived from the Roman Empire. Quite interesting. Well, we have to. Well, what have we got here? There it is. Good. So yeah, in case you are wondering, that's why French, English, German, they all have pronunciation, but Spanish and Italian we don't. It's unified. It's the gift of the Roman Empire, people. It's the gift of the Roman Empire. That's the thing. Another interesting phenomenon that I always look back to is that, as you know, as I said, my native language is Spanish, and you don't need to learn Italian to somehow understand it, or Portuguese. So if you know Spanish, you can technically understand Portuguese. You understand, like, I would say 70%, 60% at some point. But yeah, it's quite high, abnormally high. And in the case of Italian, it might be a bit less. It might be a bit less, like instead of 70, let's say 50. But you still somehow can It's a pretty weird process because I haven't studied a single second of those languages, and somehow you understand them. Of course, the most useful one always is English, so doing the transition from languages that are kind of like unified in their verbal and written forms to those that are dissociated involves a bigger exercise, but it's better for the brain because, as I said, it's I always say, people, you use different parts of your brain when you learn different languages, especially when you do that transition. The same goes for, I don't know, an American who learns Spanish or a French who learns Spanish or Italian. That unification makes it changes the logic behind the mental process of. Ah, yes, thanks. Then I have the hairs. I can get back to work. Kill Urzane to restore equilibrium. I'm really worried about the Lugazine population. I'm not correct. I don't doubt they are. The number of Lugazine in the area is too low. I'm afraid the number of Urzazine is responsible for it. We must reduce the number of Urzazine so the Luglazine can recover. Would you be willing to go and kill some Urzazine? Sure thing.
Price for this deed.
Breathing and preserving. Alright, there we have one pretty close to us. They are the humanoid thingies, right? Or this one? I know, they are kind of like the bears. Okay, they are the frozen bears. So that one? This one? How many do I need to kill? Please? Well, let me see that. 20. We need to kill 20 of those. Typical MMORPG fetch quest. We've already had the discussion about the naming convention of fetch quest, people, so I'm not repeating it. Highly recommend you watch the series. We've been analyzing the game for 41 days, so you have a huge reference there
What a creature.
of everything that we've analyzed. But for today, as I said, I wanted to, once we hit level 75, I want to see the degree of impact
Can you feel
that the mastery talents, that the access to the mastery talents will have on the gameplay mechanics and everything. I want to see if the game becomes absurdly easy, if it becomes... I don't want them to kill my spider. If it still retains the difficulty curve, the original difficulty curve, or if it basically or if it's basically the same, if the mobs scale or whatever. Basically, I want to see how the game reacts in its difficulty curve to the access by the player to level 75 mastery talents. So I already have a Purifying Justice Man ready to go.
delicious?
So as soon as we hit level 75, which is going to be in some minutes from now, I want to metaphysically analyze the impact, the degree of impact on the gameplay mechanics and the difficulty curve of the game.
Is victorious.
I want to see if it breaks the difficulty curve of the game, making it way too easy, if it makes the... or if it retains the difficulty, achieving a perfect balance in that sense. Anyways, as I've said, at this point, the things that I'm analyzing about the game, people, they don't change the qualification that I awarded to it because of the 4 hours of reasons, of logical arguments behind my qualification that we did previously. So, highly recommend you watch the analysis if you haven't already, because there you'll have we dissected every section of it, from the genre classification to the influence of the gameplay mechanics on level design, to the abstract complexity of the elemental system, to the use of min-maxing as a paradigm, everything.
Then,
Okay.
what are you still doing here?
Alright. So, let me head over here. I should be able to use my combo. There we go. Perfect. So it'll be interesting. I want to see if the game is, if the difficulty curve is completely broken finally, and we can steamroll, we can curb stomp everything in our way without much effort, or if, on the contrary, the game manages to retain the difficulty, which would be an admirable solution. There we go, 20 out of 20. But a lot of our friends followed us here. Thank you, Doppelganger, you are always the best. I have my Doppelganger on engage at will, right? Maximum distance and attack individually. Attack whoever you like. The other one was useful for the final boss fight, huh? When fighting bosses, I would suggest to change to attack as a group, because it basically you're telling the doppelganger to attack the same target that you are attacking. So
I only mean to help.
It's pretty useful to concentrate your damage, to focus your damage on those enemies that you actually want to. We have to turn in the quests to bring down. By the way, something I highlighted the other day. I highlighted last time that we analyzed Sacred Tooth. I know it's been a while because we had the Ultimate PS Vita showcase when we started the expansion. Is that with the community patch? Oh, there it is, my amulet. That the community patch, basically you can replay all of the bosses of the game, which is, I think it's extremely cool, amazing, because it enhances replayability perfectly. And if on top of that you add the fact that this game is so massive and it has 4 difficulties, we are talking about a unique combination that you'll seldom see ever. So good. Thank you. You should give it a little less in population to recover. There we go. Another one bites the dust, and we only have one more because I've already explored all of this area, and I can 100% tell you that we've achieved the 100% completion of it. Right. Small and even sadder Zeman. I am so sad. I came here to gather this wonderful crystal dust. I had a whole pouch already, and then I lost it, or pooch. Yeah. Now I don't have the guts to gather another pooch. Oh my! I am so sad. I would say pouch. Pooch.
Even though it is below my rank.
Oh my! I'm still very sad. I've seen this kind of quests. It has happened to me. Where do I need to? Well, looks like. Oh, I'm still very sad. My pouch with crystal dust is gone. That makes me sad. Your pouch. And where do I find it, people? Where on earth do I find it? I've seen this type of quests that they are kind of like timed, and I don't know where to get them. Let's see. Here. Sorry, I'm wasting time, and I've been through there. Ah, it's there. Forward. No. Around this weird crystal formation, perhaps. Hey, were we killed last time? I don't think we were killed. Why are we getting such little gold? 1,000? Well, we already have 12 million, so. Oh well. And it doesn't seem. Hey, there we go. 60,000. That's more like it. It's so fucking random. No, but that's part of the internal clock system, people. That we've explained so many times. I don't know why, if you're watching this as a YouTuber, why you would be watching only this final bob. But in case you don't know, we've come a long way to get to the expansions. So one thing I'll tell you,
This wretched
follow our journey if you made it up until this point, because I'm so sad. I'm still sad. Still sad. I am much too sad for a little bit of TLC. More. Still. You think this will help? Well, honestly, I don't see any other quest objective here.
another check in the book of quest.
I think I feel a little better. I think I feel a little better. But only a little. Oh, I'm so... You are really nice. Do you have any idea how it feels when you lose a pouch full of stardust? But where do I get it? We'll begin with the first troll quest of the day. Have you killed the dragon like a true hero? 7 actually, boy. 7. We've killed more. I think it was 9 by the end of the game. I'm still somewhat sad. A very persevering sadness. It seems to have an effect. I think I'm a little sad now. A little less sad. It's great I met you. If you continue, I'll soon not be sad anymore. But for now, I'm still sad. So sad. Are you sad? If you are sad, I will be sad as well. Oh, I can go on all day. I don't think you... You're funny. When I'm all grown up, I'll be funny too. I think I feel a little less sad about it than a minute ago. I never had so much attention. I'm always so sad that people only call me small and even sadder Simon, sorry. I won't get rid of that name, even if I am happy one day. That makes me so sad. But it's only a nickname, right? This is the most troll quest this game has had, and it has had some of them. It could be meant as a joke. I think I could try not to be sad. I wonder if there is a Simon out there who is less sad than I am. Otherwise, I wouldn't be the even sadder Simon. I'm feeling much better. I want to see the update of the log quest of this shit. 5 stars, yeah, definitely. 5 stars indicates the highest degree of difficulty. At least psychology. The small and even sadder Simon was gathering crystal dust, but when his pouch was almost full, he lost it. Now he's even sadder. Maybe it will make him happier if I pat him on the head. They forgot it, Annie there, the head. Do you think I should go and gather new crystal dust? Well, yeah, that's the idea. But if I lose it, I will be sad again. What a motherfucker. The developers of this game were something else. Will you come back to make me not... Will you come back to make me not sad again? I don't know why those weird spaces are there. Okay, I think I'll give it a try then. I bet you never give up either. And if it doesn't work for the first time, you start over again. That's what called persistence. You're a true hero. I think I'm not even a little bit sad anymore. Now that I'm not sad anymore, I'll go and gather a new pouch of crystal dust, and I won't lose it this time. I promise.
Another check in the book of quest.
God damn it, shit. God damn it, shit. The developers of this game are definitely the best. They are definitely the best, and I say this unironically. The best. The best. Only the great... This reminds me of that episode of The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, when Billy is scared by the by the clowns, and he gets into a brain loop, let's say. He gets into a loop in which he says, the clowns will become the dominant force of humanity, and they'll destroy us all, destroy us all, destroy us all, destroy us all, destroy us all. You remember that episode? I bet you remember that episode. If you haven't, Google "Destroy Us All" over at YouTube, and you'll see one of the greatest moments of cartoon animation ever created, and voiced by the great Richard Horvitz from the US, with an amazing voice. He has an amazing voice. He fortunately did. He was the voice of Invader Sim as well, and he did the 2019 movie Enter the Floor Pass back in 2019 for Netflix. Even several years later, after Invader Sim was originally cancelled.
Another offering.
So yeah, pretty much. We're not done with that one. Let's do it. Destroy us all! Destroy us all! Destroy us all! Yeah, remember that. See how effective the writing was in, and the voice acting was in cartoons from the early 2000s, that I can remember the line still even today with the same intonation. Destroy us all! Destroy us all! That means that the writers of the episode knew what they were doing. They certainly knew what they were doing. Brilliant minds that we don't get more nowadays. Nowadays, the other day I was commenting several streams ago in the Secret 2 series, precisely at the beginning, that probably a lot of cartoons would be banned right now. That's absolutely sad. For example, Johnny Bravo would be 100% banned, and the person would probably go to jail. That's absolutely sad. Thank you so much. You were of great help. I will immediately start to evaluate the lists. The Sword Sisters are really looking forward to hearing their results. Another one. Check Seraphin Milrinda's results. How strange Seraphin Milrinda's results are remarkable. I wonder how many expectations came from her. Sorry. Her word is not in question, of course. Even so, maybe you know, there's always the possibility to make a typing error. Unintentional, of course. I'm surprised how many typing errors there are every day. Unintentional, of course. I would like to check the results. Kill as many monsters as possible in 5 minutes. Free killing.
You are indebted to the Inquisition.
Where? As many as possible. Where? That's a nice quest. Kill anything. Let's see, monsters. Where are you? Anything. Kill anything. Alright, we only have 5 minutes, people. Let's kill everything we stumble upon. That's easy. Move it. 40. You want me to kill 40? What, the other ones didn't count? That one didn't count. What the? Oh, right. They're specific monsters. Come on. This one?
Does that hurt, heretic?
That's okay, this one. Alright, so, any monsters?
Animal product with 3 letters. Fur.
Come on. Chop.
Hate. No respect for the pride of creation. Is that all? Line your head. No honeymoon period. This won't be easy for you. This won't be easy for you.
I think I can kill anything as long as I'm close. I think they all count as long as I'm close to the... For example, this one doesn't. To the point of...
Does that hurt?
To the point of the quest objective over at the minimap. To the quest objective on the minimap, pretty much.
And the wrath of the gods.
Well, I mean, this one is pretty difficult, huh? It indicates the closest one, I believe. But do they all count? Let's see. I'll just... It'll be easier if I just group them all together. It'll be faster, I
Animal
mean.
product with 3 letters.
I don't know if do they all count or not. This game's like pretty much the end game version of timed quests. For example, this one, does it count? No, that one didn't count. I'm getting swindled here, people. The flying dragons don't count. There, I killed a lot, and not all of them counted. That's not fair. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, not all of them count. We already made it to level 75 with this crazy quest. See, for example, those didn't count. I mean, shit. Oh my fucking god. This has to be a joke.
I only mean to
How are you supposed to do this? In time, if you have to move from one point to another one, and not all of them count. See, for example, I could kill all of these.
Almost there now.
Almost there.
There is no such thing.
Perhaps if I fight all of them at once? No, only one counted. What's the meaning of this? Let me get down.
Heretic.
See, they didn't count. Now that's unfair. Wait. It said kill any monsters, pretty much. Here? So I don't know why they don't. Not all of them count.
Your leather will be delicious. Dragon worms, leave our world.
It's bothering me. Weird way to handle a quest objective like this. Only one counted there. I'm killing several of them. This one counts. What? This has to be a joke.
Animal product with 3 letters. Fur.
Unless there's a surprise by the end, this
Product
is.
with 3 letters. Fur. This wretched fauna. Sacrificial animals.
I'm beginning to think this is a case of RNG, and you should be able to repeat this quest. I mean, let's get out of here. None of you count. Huh? An unexplored zone. Interesting. Interesting people.
Do not confuse
What
bravery
the?
with madness. Death comes over you.
Impossible. Unless you can fucking teleport. Oof.
Right now.
Damn it, they are hitting like a truck. I should make use of my new talent, of my 75 talent. Damn it. They're gonna kill me. Right, I don't have time for this. Whatever. I failed that shit.
Child, repent.
I'm sick of this.
Ended.
Perfect example of how the level design can increase the difficulty of the gameplay mechanics, I guess, but Would you stop attacking me? I want to distribute my new talent. It's been a whole year since I started playing this game, and I will finally have access. I want to see how much it influences it. Here we go, people. It's a solemn moment. After a whole year of gameplay, I finally have access to my 75th talent. I am capped. I have been capped up until now. So, ooh, we get a nice little frame for it. Good. Pretty good visual evidence. And now, yes, look at that. My passive buff. Now, we have Purifying Chastiseman and the other one. I have another one. Soul Reaver. Attack value, defense value. But this one increases verbal. Alright, so Soul Reaver it's more. I think it's better, huh? I know it increases the regeneration time of combat arts. This one? This one doesn't. No, sorry, this one doesn't. Ah, yeah, it does increase it of all combat arts. But at the same time, thanks to this, they will be greatly reduced. 47.4. I think we were at 30 something. And I can have 3 active buffs. Alright, so what a solemn moment. Purifying Chastiseman is ready. I think at the beginning of the year I assigned my last passive buff to D. Could it be? Yeah, look at that. We finally recovered Purifying Chastiseman. Finally, I am complete. Look at that level 39. So, Purifying Chastiseman, as a quick review, at the beginning of the year, I organized it so pretty much it allows to channel the physical and offensive damage. The lower the Inquisitor's current hit points, the more damage it inflicts. From no damage bonus at full hit points, which you'll see that it's corrected thanks to a modification, to an enhancement, to the maximum damage when the hit points reach a threshold. Pain threshold, as you can see, thanks to that 35%, I'm actually dealing more damage even if I'm at full health, thanks to some modification. Purge increases all inflicted fire damage. This is the important part because, as you can see, I deal basic fire damage and my main buff, my main active attack, Ruthless Mutilation, does deal fire damage. So this one, thanks to Merciless, the threshold for maximum damage is raised to 35% of remaining hit points. So even if I am at full health, I get 35% damage. And then Inure adds mitigation against all damage types for the Inquisitor. Basically, I get damage reduction even if I get hit. So I don't think if it's a new stat called damage reduction or something like that. It doesn't say it. I don't see it. Let's see here. Damage physical, damage against blah 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 blah, defense value, trying to find valuables. Oh. Down there. Damage mitigation. There, down there. You can see that there are 4 down there that reduce damage. Damage mitigation. Physical magic, fire, poison, and ice. 13.8%. Good for all types of damage. That one. Damage mitigation down there. Down here. Down here. Alright. Good. Good. That's good because even if an attack reaches me, I will... The other option was to evade the attacks with... which one was it? It was over here. With Soul Reaver. It's able to collect the souls of fallen corpses for a brief period. Each soul inflicts the Inquisitor's attack and defense more and more. Yeah, but attack is accuracy, it's not damage. And attack value is accuracy, it's not damage. And defense. This one is pretty good, but the problem is that it needs to be charged and it needs to be charged, and if you are going up against the boss without any mobs around it,
No way.
it only lasts for 16 seconds first, and if you are going up against the boss without any other mobs around it, it's pretty much useless, because though most bosses do have mobs, but if you're going up against a dragon, for example, alone, uh, like isolated, um, you won't be able to charge it up. So Purifying Chastisement is effective kind of like all the time, even if it doesn't provide an evasion chance which is superior to mitigating damage like this one. I could have gone for increased damage, but which damage mitigation, it should somehow be a middle term. We'll see. So good. Regarding the other quest, we have to go back and try it again. So let's see now that I deal more damage, I guess. I mean, otherwise we're trapped with this quest, people. I mean, I should kill them in one blow. If you stop moving, please. Yep, pretty much that was 1, 2, 1, 1. This one is a bit.
Sacrificial animals. Nice.
This one is not dying in one blow.
I only mean to help.
Now it died in one blow. Interesting. Interesting in terms of the resistances of the enemies. We'll see. If it doesn't work, I'll go with the other one. That at least is useful against when you are surrounded by mobs, in terms of the accuracy and the defense. It has better stats, but it's more unreliable because you have to kill enemies and charge it up first before. Could you please move? Get out of the way. Thank you for your testing. Look at me, 100 for result, and I'm wrong. I take it completely for this. Well, there we go. The quest is finished, as far as I can tell. Even if I failed the amount of animals, of targets that I had to kill. Evidently, the developers knew it was absolutely crazy to get those 40. Let's go on then. Good. We're wasting time here. We have to head south. There we go. I have a portal there. Let's use that portal, people. Let's use that portal. And I have to distribute the rest of my talents. My bad. So what's my cooldown now? 25. 25 regeneration time, pretty good. So now I can lower that even further. With Gruesome Inquisition, once I hit level 75 with this one, which I will use all of my points on this one. We're already at 69. Once we level up again, this will also reduce the regeneration time, at least for the Gruesome Inquisition skill tree. So 25.1 is still way too high. Don't worry, because I have a chance to halve regeneration time with every attack. So it's added on top of that, so it's pretty good anyways. My vitality is a bit behind, and I realize that I am taking a lot of damage when I'm attacked. So I got 2 points. Look at that. So we can go for defense and the other point to vitality. Good. Yeah, I should have more hit points by now, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, people. Right, let's see what we have. We have to do the arena challenge, which I said we would do today, but first let me grab it. A kobold. Here, horrible notion. Thank the creature to kill it. Here, take it as your reward. Kobolds. Alright. We did this one last time. It's actually a lie. We are saving the poor kobolds that are not doing anyone's harm, are not causing harm to anyone, and they begged me um to tell the Seraphin that I already killed them. So good there, and we have another one there. Hunting Fever 3. Hey, I think that's the bagged quest from last time. That the game crashed after doing that. You truly are a hero. You saved my honor. People won't call me a big mouth anymore. After this, I think I will be a bit more careful what I say. Yeah, reward for your help. Good. Remember the bagged quest from the other day? I can prove my skills in battle. That's the arena. Alright, looks like we're good. We, as you can see, 100% completion, people. 100% completion with everything. So we only have the arena and we're done. We only had that small portion left from last time. So we do that and we get into the inner section of the expansion. So let's do the arena, shall we? We also have some isolated dungeons that I have marked. You can see there, when you can see the edge of the map explored, there I have one dungeon, another one here, and another one over here. So those, we might also need to do them, but... Alright, looks like I'm happy that the bagged quest from last time, I don't know if you remember it, I think it was this, no, not this one, Hunting Fever. The one about the orchid, yeah, you can see there that it was bagged. Defeated 1 out of 12, and the Timberwolf, I actually did it, and I actually met their requirement, I actually killed them. But my game crashed, so yeah, I was afraid I wouldn't be able to ever complete it. But good, looks like the community patch addressed that issue. See why it's important to do it. Okay, first impressions, people, after reaching level 75. Obviously I am dealing more damage, but I am not doing one-hit kills. Let's try it here with all of these targets. Let's try with this one. They do seem to be like that. Yep, definitely that's a bumping damage. I was not able to apply the full force of clustering nails from before. Yep, I definitely feel the damage. Consider that Purifying Chastisement comes into play once I take damage. So the less health I have, the more damage I deal. And that's why it's important that I should invest points on Vitality, so they don't kill me instantly. Oh well, anyways. Like this, I should be now dealing a lot of damage. The important thing about Purifying Chastisement is to ensure that you don't get killed instantly, because otherwise you don't have access to the extra damage. But anyways, it's also affecting my defenses, so I should also be less squishy, which indirectly enhances the potential of Purifying Chastisement, because like I can stay like this. Now out of combat is refilling, but I can stay like this for a bit, and the effect will come into place. Alright, Arena of the Winged Ones. We begin with an arena-based challenge. Let's do it, people. This must be the arena the Seraphin Huntress told me about. Let's get started. It's an arena, people, pretty much. Oh, why is everything black? Here we go. You want me to kill these wolves? Look, Lassing. Hey, that one survived. Barely. They have pretty good resistances, all things considered. This shouldn't take long with my new powers. It should be way too powerful right now. We did it. That's only round 1. I remember the arena-based challenges of Borderlands. Those are pretty well done. Especially when they're the only way to... In Borderlands 2, the system is enhanced, but in Borderlands 1, I love how they're the only way to get up to the correct levels for Chromarax the Invincible. Not bad at all. But that was only the first wave, warm-up, so to speak. The next wave won't be as easy. I wouldn't expect less. right? They can barely touch me now. Yeah, definitely I'm feeling the damage mitigation of Purifying Chastisement, huh? That 13% mitigation looks like it's direct mitigation, huh? Regardless of what happens. I'm impressed, prepared for the next wave. Let's do it, bring it on. Let's cram them all together here, please, everyone. Anyone who wants to kill me this way? Damn it, way too many targets. I wanted to kill them all at once. For that I need a clustering maelstrom, which has no target limit. Alright, we'll do them one by one.
Get me a pack horse. Otherwise, this stays here.
Alright, easy. Next round, come on.
Left for that.
You did well again, but it'll be carried. Prepare yourself. Come on, all of you. This way, please. Here we go. Should be a one-hit kill. Ah, they have a lot of physical resistance. Pretty good. Okay. I see the problem. They are sturdy people. They don't deal a lot of damage, but they are sturdy. They're like tanks, let's say. Except against fire damage. Because I don't have it. And poison. You really think that was all of them? Get ready for the next round. That was easy. Do you steal poison damage? No. That's it. We are a killing machine by now. We are definitely a killing machine by now. Yeah, definitely hitting like a truck. Even if I am at full health, I still get a 35% extra bonus. I believe. I must admit I underestimated, yeah, most novices would have been well acquainted with the ground by now. But don't get your hopes up too soon. So, unless you bring me a dragon or something crazy, like the final boss of the game, I highly doubt you'll be able to. To smash my skull. This feels like Borderlands all over again, the arena. Easy.
I look like a pack mule to you.
Your efforts are valiant, but there's no time for friendly chit-chat. There they come. Come on, bears. I love how at the beginning of the series I used to say the classic bear guide of survival guide. If it's brown, fight back. No. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, run away. No. It was. If it's black, fight back because they are the smallest ones. If it's brown, play dead. If it's white, if it's a polar bear, you are dead. Because they are generally starved and they will kill anything in their way. And they are the most fierce and the biggest ones. The fiercest and biggest one. You see it another way, if I were wearing a hat, I would take it off too, yeah. Come on, bring the next one. This is no feat. Let's see if I can kill them all at the same time. They have a pretty varied resistance, but it's not that good. In the case of this one, since they are kind of like frost bears, they... I don't know what survival guide I could give you people. So yeah. Actually, don't take my word as real advice. In the case of bears, I don't. There aren't even bears where I live at all. Like zero. We do have sloths, maybe, and penguins, perhaps. They're truly unequal to the Seraphin hunters, but it's not over yet. Unless you bring a dragon, it'll be quite challenging. But all together, come, all of you together. I can take you on all together. By now, Very extremely powerful.
Justifies all
There we go.
this wretched fauna.
See why I need to call it to add to lower the regeneration time.
Just makes me stronger. Damn. No respect for the pride of creation.
Because the chance to halve regeneration time
Bother me.
is not 100% efficient, of course.
Look like a pack mule to
Anyone survived? Here, this one, you? Since they are so similar to the environment, sometimes you cannot see them. Let's get rid of this one. Ah, one more. This one. They don't attack me all together. That's bad. Good. Easy. Seraphin. Bring a dragon. Bring a boss. A world boss. Well, looks like I'll have to wait until the end of the expansion to get a fight against a world boss. Respect. It has been long since someone emerged victorious from the arena. I am impressed. What do I get? A date or what?
The task has been accomplished.
Nope. Money? Nothing. Go fuck yourself, player. No, we got experience. We got experience. Right. I get a nice 100% completion of all of the initial region of the expansion. So I think we're ready to proceed and get into the inner section of it, as I can tell. So pretty much we did everything. We could do the last dungeons that we left, but I don't think there's anything. I mean, they're the edges of the map. We can try them some seconds before we proceed, just for the sake of 100% completion, but I want to see what they have in them. But whatever there's in them. There, that one appeared. What the? Stop it, don't die. I don't want to lose my 1 million gold now. Thank you. So as far as I can tell, the first impression is that the game still manages to keep the difficulty like... God, I mean, they stun me. Get out of here. I actually killed them without looking.
First, I will make you bleed.
Let me save in case the game decides to crash right now. Isn't this the shit that we destroyed some in the previous stream? Wait. God damn it. Talk about enemy mob density. I need to lower the cooldown of Ruthless Mutilation. We need the mastery of the other talent now. But well, fortunately I left them... I think we're at 69. Ah, damn it, and I need level 75, huh? I think I'll end up at 74 even if I level up to 76. Hang on a second, I left it at 69. And I got 6 or 5 or 4 skills. Damn it, no. Even with 5, damn it, it's 74. Shit. We still won't get to... We still won't get to 75. Damn it. Let's get into this random crystal cavern, people, because I want to explore all of the map. What's this? I want to see what's in here. I don't have any quests related to it, but bear with me, people, for a second. Move it. Move it. God damn it. Let's make this process faster. Let's make this process faster. Oh, that's a terrible idea. Attacking me right now is a terrible idea. damn it. Spider. This section probably has the worst pathfinding ever. There we go. Move it, ignore, let's ignore the mobs, people. I just want 100% exploration of all shit.
Really should clean up in here sometime.
No, it's just a random cave without any secrets.
I am totally overloaded. Do you know how to fly? Then
Lord
what are
Wayne's
you still
Pain
doing
Killer. Player Killer. Chance to bypass armor, it's pretty good, but sadly,
here? Aura of power
I don't do
emanates from this
swords.
item.
I don't use swords at all, so we don't do swords here. Seraphin Cape. Scarthin Cape, sorry. Seraphin Cape. Hey, look at that. This one, it's the first time I see that it doesn't provide a physical armor. Quite interesting. It provides ice armor. I had another thing that provided ice armor. That would be quite interesting if I could combine it. It was kind of like the dragon. What's that drag?
Pack mule to you?
Yeah, you are a pack mule. I think there's nothing in here. Here? That was very, very small. Very short. Yeah, just a random cave that is probably here to contribute to pacing of the player in order to get 100% exploration, I guess. I know there's another road. Could be another road, another path here. Something. Yeah, Alpha Urzazine. It wouldn't be a 100% completion without killing this huge turtle, I guess. So let's just kill the environment for no reason. Yay! Pretty much. Look at that. Magic damage, poison damage, and a lot of damage at the same time. Good. 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 Oh. Good. Even though I'm much more sturdy after that 13.5.1 damage mitigation or whatever, definitely feels different. This one deals right, I'm not using my correct resistance. It deals fire and magic damage, and of course physical. Alright, I need to engage in melee so I can make use of my dual wielding.
Product with 3 letters. Fur.
Stop moving around.
Sacrificial animals. Nice. Sacrificial animals. Nice.
There we go. Ignore the skeleton, we can kill both of them at the same time. I'm still being forced to use potions, huh?
Don't you dare to soil my road.
So
Hate.
good. That's a good sign of the game being balanced even after getting the third passive buff. So good. He's 2 levels above me, pretty standard for a boss. It's burning up. I'm not taking I'm taking such little damage that it's trying to attack the doppelganger. The aggro is
Mule to you.
He's going backwards. Casting speed 5.4, but ranged weapons, we don't use that. Of course we use staves, like this one, I guess. No, this is a pole arm. Nope. Anything else? Nope, nothing. Well, that was a little fun, entertaining boss to get 100% completion. It wasn't part of any quest, so good. Anything else? Ah, there's a treasure chest there. See what we can get here. A mini boss, nothing out of the ordinary. Oh well, guess you have to do it if you want to achieve 100% completion of the game, people. So good, 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 good. All right, already an hour. Damn it! Time flies in this game, and you feel that you haven't done anything. You can play for hours and hours and years, even, and it'll feel like nothing. No amount of time passed. So that was interesting. Let's get to the other caves. It shouldn't take me... How much time could it take me? Dryads can use the moribund animas. Whatever, I am not a dryad, so... I saved, because remember that terrain exploration is not saved in real time like the inventory, like the loot, fortunately, because it's more important to have your loot recorded. So let me... Thank you. Now that feels powerful. It took me a long time to achieve that degree of damage, now that we have our third passive buff. But yeah. Is it me or there's an invisible bridge there? Let's head into the dungeon, shall we? Bleeding damage. That's the perfect formula to lose your mount, people, so let's get to it. Alright, this one, at least this cave, at least this one feels a bit more threatening. I mean, it's darker. That indicates a bit, that indicates that it's a bit more threatening, but still not enough. Ominous glows. Dragon. Give me a dragon. Give me some crazy stuff that we can kill. Divine heavy boots of protection. Careful.
Get me a pack horse. Otherwise, this stays here.
If there's something I've learned in this game, is that you should never ignore something that says divine. A piece of loot that says divine. Let's go back to ice resistance. I pretty much have perfect ice resistance, so 88, 140, no, pretty much get rid of all of these. 110. It's the same, but this one has riding as well.
Get me a pack horse. Otherwise, this stays here.
Hold on, in the inventory.
Comes over
I hate this. This game should have an endless inventory. God, there we go. I had a common quality there.
Check my inventory one more time.
Divine heavy boots of protection. Chance to evade, straight up 15.3, pretty good. Divine devotion. Chance to block root. Well, no. Yeah. The Wayfarer has 2 slots. Yeah. And it has chance to evade. No, it's not that good. Next one. Quan's Pauldron. Divine Pantaloons. Let's see. Raving Thrust. Yeah. Divine equipment is getting quickly not that good. It's getting quickly degraded in quality in terms of comparison with the end game gear that we've been getting.
Death comes over.
Trap there. A trap and a bear. What the? Why is there a resurrection monolith indicated to be at this spot? Probably on the surface. But I have been on the surface and I didn't see any of them. Quite interesting. Head out of here. Well, I guess this is needed to have 100% exploration, that's for sure. I bet that we'll explore everything, and even so, the game won't give us 100% exploration.
Victory.
Victory, yes. Yeah, I'm definitely hitting much harder.
Let's check my inventory one more time.
This is getting old pretty fast. Sell, 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 reorganize. Oh, 15? I already have rings that give me 20 and extra stats. I should sell the legendary. Oh, what's that? Attack value plus 60. What the? Repetition of onslaught. That's a lot of attack value. I need to consider that one. I see why I didn't dispose of it. I definitely need more accuracy. At least, what's the chance to hit those flying dragons? Because I have been missing a lot of attacks. Player's chance to hit 85 and opponent's chance to hit 12. And I missed, so you can see that I missed 2 attacks. That's with an 85% chance. That's quite unlucky, I guess. This is pretty much an empty cave, I guess. Do you see anything, people? I don't see anything. Anything at all? Yeah. No. No, it's just a random cave, so you can... Well, I don't know. Epic office quest. Through there. Has to be a joke. I know it's because I'm inside. And I have to get out of it. Well, that's it. I won't waste any more of your time, people. Or mine. I just wanted to get... There's one more cave, but well... I guess we won't get 100% inflation, but it's marked on the map. It's marked on the map there. For now. Then we can do it. It's not so far away. And I think we're... Well, let's do it now, so I can forget about it. I can remove it from my mind. I can remove the whole region from my mind. It shouldn't take more than some seconds. It shouldn't take more than some seconds. If it's like the previous 2. We need to be swift. I want to be swift and efficient today, people. I want to explore everything and do everything as efficiently as possible. That's why you'll see that today I don't want to analyze a lot of things. Just the implicacies of reaching level 75, and for now the integration within the gameplay mechanics hasn't altered the overall difficulty curve of the game by a huge margin at all. Yeah, I'm killing them a bit faster, but anyways, it's not
There is no such thing as too much practice.
There we go, thank you. I'll never get tired of doing that. I think that will count as an explored there. There we go. So, real quick. There we go. Am I bleeding? I don't want to lose my mount. Ah, we're already there.
What a disgusting creature.
How do you access the dungeon? Left or right of this mountainside or whatever. Let me see. Should be through here. There. All roads lead to Rome. Indeed. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, people. Let's get to it, people. Let's do it because I want to remove this from my head because otherwise I might forget it in the future. So yeah, pretty much. I might remove. I might forget in the future. So besides, there could be some boss or something like that. We'll do it real quick. I promise. I just want to do a 100% exploration of this magnificent game because even if I don't get the achievement, I want to explore everything. I think because I think at the beginning there was also a locked door in the first region of the game. So yeah. Even if I don't get 100% the achievement, the in-game achievement, I want to physically explore it in our stream experience for all of you. What? There's a treasure here. Let's get rid of all of this. They love us. They love us and they all follow us. What am I dealing? Weakening. Chance of weakening. Because I'm dealing magic damage, but I don't have a chance to weaken. It's just the magic damage itself. Well, looks like that's the end of this dungeon. It's just an empty cave with that. So, very much. That's it. Let's get to the southern section, to the southern exit of the zone.
Greetings.
Hot air balloon. Is that able to take me to this island that I am unable to? No. Damn it. The hot air balloon. I mean, it makes no sense once you install the community patch, I believe. All right. Let's get to the next region real quick. Let's get to the next region, people. See why one of the flaws that I commented about this game is that it doesn't have enough variety in terms of the combat music soundtrack. Though the soundtrack itself of the game is good because it was made by Blind Guardian, a real rock band, but even though it was like that, you don't get enough. 39 and 39 is the same. Almost the same. Quan's Pauldrons, Legar Judgment, Heroes Pantaloons of Dragon Crest. Why did I keep this here? It's useless. This one no, because it provides a unique way of elemental resistance there, which once combined with my fire amulet, it will cover. I think I'll be able to, I think I saved my fire amulet and combine it with something like that. Well, let's not waste time, people, because I want to finally finish the expansion, so let's do it. There we go. Good. Attack speed, movement speed. That one is tempting. Opponent's hurtful, death blow, no. Then we can engrave that one. Not now. Let's do it. The other way. Let's do it. Sorry, people. I love to savor games slowly. Oh well. For me, this is kind of like playing it fast, without stopping to analyze it for hours and every single mechanic. But yeah, quite interesting. So let's see what we have here. So far, level 75 hasn't had a huge impact with the buff. But I bet that once we get a second one, I need to remember that it's 20 regeneration time. 20 seconds of regeneration time. Why did it go down even further? Oh well. It went down even further. The portal. Wasn't it 25? It's actually 20 then. Oh, then. There was a huge difference, huh? 20. Okay, 20. Then it did have a huge impact. I might have not seen it initially because it said 25, but now it's 20, so... I have all of my buffs activated, right? Yeah. I don't have any potions that reduce regen. Shit. Transitions between dungeons in this game are quite interesting. Let's do it. There we go. Thank you. Let me save it like that. Alright, pretty much the only way to go. Don't tell me all of this region of the map, it's... I don't know, it's a transition. It's an internal transition within the mountain. Pretty much only one way to go. I'll ignore all of the champs here. All of the mobs. Yeah, stop complaining, spider. When the spider makes that sound, it means it's gonna die. You have to unmount. Unless you want to lose 1,000,000 gold. I bet my mount is not going to react to me in this small passage. That was fast. Fast and easy. The labyrinth. What? Well, at least there's a snow here. Saxonor. Alright. I'm beginning to think that regeneration per hit is more effective than chance to halve regeneration time, and I should improve it.
What a creature.
Even more. I think it's even more effective than reducing overall regeneration times. Because regardless of how much damage you... Lethos? That's a new enemy type. Of how much your damage, your regeneration time might increase, it always reduces. Damn it, I cannot move. Come on, let me move.
Powerful you may.
Only one exit, right? This doesn't have any other. Secret passage? What's that? Frost Imp. Secret passage here. Here? I see some enemies back there. Ah, no. They're they just spawned at a pretty weird location. Okay. Let's see.
First, I will make you bleed.
194. They are still unable to create a negative ratio of my potion spending, so we're good. Alright, there's the exit. I mean, oh, stupid golems. Stop attacking me. You're being obnoxious more than anything. Oh, let me see the other side. Yeah, it has 2 exits. We need to reach the first
Is that all?
settlement, I guess.
I will redeem you.
Ignore all of the idiots. I see the first side quest there. Okay. Yeah, this zone, you might see why it is slower to progress in it.
Feel death now.
What the? That's look at that, an ice beam. They're shooting ice lasers at me. Dracoling, they're the same.
Soon, I will hold sway over you, creature.
That one was weird. That gray Dracoling had that ice beam attack. Pretty weird. Clear the way to the measuring stations. Oh, what a drudge. Look, I have to haul all this stuff around. It's always the same. Every other century someone asks Sophia if the maps are up to date. What follows is the order to map the region again, as if it weren't enough to tow the measuring instruments and the other equipment around. No, I am being attacked by monsters all the time, as well as wood as well. Would you please help me kill the monsters and clear the way? Sure thing. Surveying. I'm just... Alright, this region is so slow to progress through it. Quite interesting. Besides, they all have ranged attacks, so... and they slow you down and pretty much stun you. Let's see, let's get through the big, huge bridge. Yeah? Alright, so this is the way we came now. No, it's a fucking... Now I see why the region is called Labyrinth. I have to kill Elite Crystal Wolf defeated. That's part of a side quest. At least I'm getting 70,000 gold.
Justifies all means.
I'm beginning to think that exploring the region means just kill random stuff so you get acquainted with the terrain. Hey, the snow effect is pretty good. It's getting kind of like more intense as we progress through the Tundra. I must confess it, people. Snow is the one thing that we don't have here, where I live. So I wonder how it feels to touch it. Get me 5 Servant Nathalia. Give me 5 icicles. It is really embarrassing to have to ask you, but maybe you would be willing to help me. My name is Natalia, servant of Seraphin Torpedia, and my mistress suffers, well, how shall I put it, from unclean skin and wrinkling. Especially in the problem areas, if you catch my meaning. No, I honestly don't catch it, I guess. She swears on a treatment with slices of cucumber, honey, and purest water. I could get cucumber and honey, but purest water is rare. The water from the springs in the Seraphin region is sulfurous. You wouldn't pour it down on orc ear. Maybe we should advertise them as mineral springs and laugh at the people who drink from it in hopes of curing their ailments. Well, anyway, what I need is an icicle from the icy heights of the crystal region. The water that remains after melting such an icicle is absolutely pure, but in the places where the icicles can be found, monsters roam. Do you give me 5 icicles?
You should feel
Sure thing.
For I will help you.
Alright. I love how we're literally at an expansion. We're doing literally an expansion of the game at the very corner of the map, and the game is still jam-packed with quests to do. Like, this game is a test of, it's the ultimate test of your patience. My name is Seraphin, head gamekeeper of this region, gamekeeper. One of my hunting, probably one of my most important tasks is to warn travelers of the dangers in the area. Only a few days ago, Seraphin Isolde was found at the entrance of the cave. She was badly injured. Crowbar! Hello, mate! You can't stay away from Sacred 2! Haha, how have you been, man? How have you been? Hope you had a great weekend since we last streamed Split Second. How have you been? Everything perfect here. Yeah, I'm getting into the expansions. I'm absolutely fascinated at the. We did the Ultimate PS Vita showcase on Thursday, in case you're interested. And I forgot to mention. Yeah, all good, man. I did the Ultimate PS Vita showcase on Thursday, and in case you're interested, yes, you can play Scars on the go on the PS Vita. I do it all the time. I didn't get to the PSP section in which I have it, and yes, yeah, I didn't get to the PSP section because I spent 4 hours just with the PS Vita a portion of it, but yeah, I played on my PS Vita because last time I didn't tell you how pretty much I played nowadays. I played on the PS Vita with the PSP. So sick. Yeah, it's amazing to be able to play it on the go. On the go. You can also play it on the 3DS. But yeah, pretty much. And yeah. The other thing that I forgot when we were talking when while playing a Split Second, there was a race in a Split Second. There was a timed race that was quite tricky.
For the gods.
By the end of it, the timed race. But I forgot to mention Crowbar, because you said at one point that you had a lot of cancels. Pretty much the same as Pekarin, that he had all cancels. That you had a collection of cancels and those, and I forgot to say it. I kind of like my specialties 3DS. A huge amount. My specialty is Nintendo handhelds. So, in case you'd like recommendations, I am all in to mention them, because the 3DS has so many secrets. Since I'm already covering the PS Vita, it has so many secrets. The same goes for all of the Nintendo handhelds in general, because the 3DS actually has. I always want recommendations. I never played the 3DS. You never played it? Well, but what about the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Color, or the DS? Because the 3DS, people don't know. I highly recommend you homebrew it. You mod it, because when modded, the 3DS is basically all Nintendo handhelds, all of them. Because few people know that the 3DS. That's why I asked you about the collection, because you said that you had a huge collection, and you mentioned the Switch, so you like Nintendo handhelds. I highly recommend you get a 3DS and mod it, because it has an even larger library than the Switch, even bigger, and pretty much you get access to all Nintendo handhelds. Yeah, playing the Game Boy, GBA, GameCube, etc. Yeah, all of the ones from the 6th generation and the 5th generation. You also have the. I don't know if you watched it, because I remember that originally when we met, when I was playing Sacred 2, I told you about the analysis and everything. I don't know if you watched it, but you also have the integral history of PC game genres that I did. Like, there you have pretty much all PC games, but I don't include the 3DS. The video is outdated there, and pretty much the 3DS has a lot of secrets when you mod it. Yeah, you gotta go for that video. It's in the link here. That's why I have it here in the in the Twitch channel. I know that it's something that I don't mention quite often. Gotta get some time and watch it for sure. No, no, no. It's something that I always say with you, with Ike, with Scarlet Dragoon, that my audience, generally all of you, um, I am extremely proud that like I saw the age, the average age of the viewer of my channel, and it's between 30 and 40 years, like beyond my age. So it's absolutely amazing because it's completely different the amount of quality of the people watching you when compared to 15-year-olds or 20-year-olds completely, because you'll have your responsibilities, your works, your everything, and the amount of effort it takes to even watch a second of my content, it's 1,000 times more valuable because of that. Your breakdowns are excellent. They are really spot on, Manuel. Thank you, Crowbar. Thank you, thank you. I don't know if you talk about the analysis of or the collection showcase that I do or everything all together, but thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I spent a lot of time doing them alone, pretty much all of it. I spent a lot of time doing them alone, so it's amazing when you finally know that at least a handful of people are watching them. And besides, as I said, I really enjoyed, my friend. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. My real reward from streaming is meeting all of you. Uh, you're all incredible people, the Discord members and the followers. I just wish that all of the followers, all of the old followers of my initial streams would join the Discord, because they were also amazing. But yeah, it's, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and as I said, it's completely different. It's completely different. Crowbar, you streamed. I watched some of your streams. They are quite that you did back in the day, and at least the charity stream I watched it, and that you did with your partner. Because you mentioned the Duke Nukem costume, and yeah, it's lol, yeah, it's completely different when your audience, it's completely different when the your audience kind of like makes that extra effort of having a grown-up life, and spending time with you even for a second is what I most enjoy. Besides Crowbar, it's an interesting detail, but the time zone as well. Most of my audience is from. I think we are done here grabbing the quest. So let's proceed with them. Let's start with the inner area here. Most of you are from Europe. I also have some US viewers. For example, Sayona, he's the community manager of London 2038, and for example, my time zone was much more comfortable to him, and some other viewers that are from the US. For example, Elise, I think she was from the US, and I don't know. There are some more. I don't know if it's Scarlet Dragoon or any other, but generally in that case, I have the same time zone. But as for the rest of you are all from the European Union, and well, the extra 5-hour difference, the difference in time zone, is also another thing. I love London 2038. Yeah. I did the whole analysis. I talked to Sayona a lot when I analyzed it, and yeah, what they did was incredible. You also have, in my comparisons video that Pekarin asked me, you have all of the versions, because you also have, the game is okay, but yeah, the amount of content that they added, but yeah, pretty much. The fact that I can play it now. You also have Hellgate Global, that I showcased in the video when I was showing it to Scarlet Dragoon. It's as an adult, it's unreal. By the way, an interesting detail, Crowbar. Um, you must be pretty close to my original exam. Let's do a bit of an off-topic here, if you don't mind, because I've already analyzed everything the game has to offer, pretty much. You're pretty close to my exam. it's in the British Council. Let's do it. You're pretty much. Said it to. I did it with Ike. With Ike, he's from Poland. I'm from Argentina, and I bet it must. If you have any questions, Korobar, because I bet it must be curious that someone from Argentina kind of like has Italian citizenship and those things and talks so much about Europe and those things. I bet it's quite unusual. It's quite unusual. But basically, in case you don't know, I can show you. I showed it to Ike. Oh, dude, I can't help. I'm Northern Irish. Well, but it's technically the fourth kingdom, the last portion of the United Kingdom, as I said it. It's quite weird. It's quite weird. I'm an expert on anything. I am an Anglophile, precisely, because exactly I know so many of those things. I bet it must be curious if you have watched the boss, because I talk a lot about these things. It's because basically I teach British English. The Cambridge school here in Argentina. There are a lot of long stories that I bet you will find quite interesting. Basically, Argentina is kind of like a portion of Italy stripped and right away and placed in South America. Like, I love it. I love it. I was telling Ike the other day that I would never get I would never get offended if someone asked, but why aren't you like Mexicans? That's pretty much the main thing. We are not Mexicans because precisely Argentina is not like Central America. And I bet it must be curious at least. Really? Yeah, it's like, just like Canada? Not even close. Like, you must see that my way of expressing myself and my physical appearance as well, it has nothing to do, and I bet it must be curious to you. And I always love to talk about it with viewers, not for anything else than to satiate your curiosity, because a lot of people, out of shyness, they don't tell it to me, but I know that it must be quite a cultural shock. Just like Canada, that is kind of like half French and half British. It has several portions. Here we are half Spaniards and half Italians. I am kind of like I have Italian citizenship. Because of that, technically my legal residence is in my Italian legal residence. I need to have one. It's in a place called Città di Meda. It's kind of like the portion right below Switzerland. It's kind of like the last city. From the Switzerland has kind of like a southern cone, and there is the residence of my great grandpa before World War II, or during World War II, before he came one of my great grandpas here. So it's basically why I am Italian. The reason why I have the citizenship is because of something that I didn't talk to Ike the other day, and precisely if he drops by the stream, I'll also comment it with him. That we have something called the original right from the Roman Empire. See how interesting it is. Back in the Roman Empire, they had something called the blood right. It wasn't like you didn't get your citizenship through the land, through something called jus soli, but through your blood. That was to keep the original Romans within the city, to keep track of the original Romans that departed from the city. And Italy still has that. It has the citizenship is acquired. Sorry, I'm back. I was grabbing a bottle of water. No worries, no worries. I was commenting that it must be quite curious, that I was commenting with Ike the other day, that how is it possible that from South America I have the citizenship, precisely the Italian citizenship, and it's because of a Roman right from 2000 years ago. It's the original Roman right, because I bet it must be a curious reason as to why someone who lives at the edge of the world, like in Argentina, we have Italian citizenship. Well, being Irish, I think it's the same with the United Kingdom. Like, if you reside in Ireland for some time, you get the same. In the case of the UK, it's just 1 year. The extension. If you leave the country, Northern Irish, we have rights to have the UK and also Irish. precisely. And but I think that if you leave Northern Ireland for one generation, easiest way to describe it. But if you leave Northern Ireland, if you leave any of the four kingdoms of the UK, if you leave Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, or England for one generation, you cannot get it back, the citizenship, for your next generation, it would be for your grandchildren. No, Paul, my son has an Irish passport. All right, yeah. But if for one generation you leave the country, and I live in England, technically, because it's Northern Ireland. Wow, yeah, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. Uh, no. Oh, so it's more complex. It's even more. I live really in England, the southern portion. Okay. The southern portion of the UK. Okay. Ah, so but you. So in the Midlands. All right. Pretty much close to yeah. I moved here 12 years ago. Well. You moved there 12 years ago. What an amazing story. Pretty similar to what my great-grandpa did after World War II. Well, a lot of them did. From Northern Ireland. Okay. Well, it must have been good because in the zone of England, it's kind of like the main hub. Yeah, man, it happens. yeah. Pretty much, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And how are things there? Because I mean, I told you I am an Anglophile. I've been learning English since 7. I am associated to the Cambridge dependency here in Buenos Aires. I teach English at the capital of Argentina, and pretty much how are things there? Things turned very weird this year. Yeah, I saw it. And I said it in one of the streams. It's absolutely painful for me because I said it. Pretty much, Cambridge gave me a lot of things and a lot of misinformation. Well, I'm not. I have my opinion, but well, pretty much. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. The recent change to the Labour Party. Don't worry. Well, I bet it's no surprise that, well, I can tell to you right away if you watch any of the streams, it's no surprise I am. Don't worry, I know. Yeah, pretty much, if you watch any of the streams, it's no surprise that we Italians are a bit more social conservative due to, it's a long story, but pretty much we are Roman Catholic, like the Polish, like the Irish in the Catholic section. We are pretty similar in that sense. And pretty much when Protestantism separated from Catholicism is pretty much like the Irish. Yeah, pretty similar to the Irish. Pretty similar to the southern, the independent portion of Ireland, the Catholic portion. It was originally a Catholic stronghold. The southern portion of Ireland, with all of the complex story that I love studying so much. But in Northern Ireland, it would be Protestant. That section, in the portion that the UK still controls, like that is a sovereign state, pretty much. Like the Irish, yeah. Because they are still Protestant. The Irish political party actually won the majority. The Catholic one, you mean, or the Protestant one? The Catholic, probably. If you say political party. Because it's pretty much like that. Northern Ireland, people, for those of you who don't know, I love these topics, but Catholic, yep. Or because, in case you don't know, pretty much a huge portion of the history of Ireland is, for those of you who don't know, so we don't have an exclusive conversation. I don't want to exclude the rest watching this as a YouTuber between Grover and me, which was a first for the entire time the country existed. Because, you know, yeah, it's a long story of how the original Roman Catholic settlement in Southern Ireland it went fought against the Protestant section over at Belfast. How Dublin confronted Belfast, pretty much. Yeah, well, as you can see, it's a topic. These are topics I love a lot because, as I was mentioning to you, when it was when you went to get the water. So basically, the reason why I know all of the things that I bet it must be curious as to why, because generally Americans, for example, or Canadians don't pay attention to this. They don't have any reason to do so to European history, but in Argentina we do. It's totally different. Excellent discussion topics, but not related to the game for sure. No worries, we've already analyzed it. So they are curious because, for example, I was mentioning that this is why we hear things in America like paddy wagon. No, the thing is that the colonization of the Americas, a quite interesting topic that I comment a lot on stream. That is a term for Irish people. Drunk Irish people. No, that image that all of the Irish are drunk is false. It's false, people. Anyone watching this, that's not true. Actually, there's a well, I don't. Maybe then Crowbar tells me that I'm completely wrong. But the legal system is quite strict, and if you get drunk, you can get drunk in public. Of course it is, but you can get drunk in public, right, Crowbar? It's kind of like circumvented to the pub. It's circumvented to the pub, and you cannot get into a fight and cause a mess. I don't know, maybe now he tells me, people, if you're watching this as a YouTube bot, maybe now Crowbar tells me, yeah, they do fist fights. Yeah, for sure. They get drunk and they do the fist fights. Like in The Witcher. No. Truly. No. That's... But I also lived in Singapore for a few months. Oh wow, but you are a global citizen. That was super different. Well, Singapore was a colony, an original colony of the UK, in case people you don't know. Long history, but basically the UK in the 1800s, it controlled a third, I think it was, or a fourth of the planet, pretty much through India. They pretty much basically went not only through the colonization of the Americas, but also they went to the east. And Singapore is, for example, New Zealand, for example, Australia, all of the Commonwealth. It wasn't only Canada. Well, the Brits did the same thing they did with everyone, and said, probably. In Argentina, I will say this one goes on my part, people. This one goes on my part. I wish the British had... They tried to colonize Argentina. Now, you go for it, Godspeed, and just fucking left. In the case of Argentina, we have... They tried, but sadly, they didn't. I wish they would have. But this will be unpopular among Hispanic speakers, but in my case, in Argentina, precisely as I was mentioning, that's a huge statement to make. I wish they had made it. Yeah, I said I'm Anglophile, Grower, after all. I wish they did. They tried, and they failed. In the precise place, in these streets, the capital of Argentina, I wish they did. I wish they did. Because, I'll tell you why. Because there's a lot of misconceptions regarding the Americas. There's a lot of misconception. I wish they did. Now I would be a British territory. And definitely, I wish they did. Because the way the UK colonized... In Argentina, are there places who consider themselves British and places... No, Crowbar. Here, while I was precisely explaining to you when you went to get the water, there's a cultural difference between Argentina. It's quite complex, just like with the internal system of Ireland and the UK. How do I put it? Argentina has nothing to do with Central American culture, because in England and specifically they consider the Falklands this golden child. How do I put it? The Falklands thing. Argentina, in case you don't know, this is history lessons. I don't know if they told you otherwise. I can. This is the full extent of my knowledge. Argentina was a close ally. I said this long ago in one of the streams of Sacred 2 at the beginning of the year. Argentina was a close ally to England before the Falklands problem. I am not gonna be offended the way in Irish for yeah, no worries, no worries. I also don't get offended in anything, even if you tell me what's the difference between a Mexican and an Argentine. The problem of the Falklands is the greatest tragedy between Argentina and England. I'll get into that. Basically, Argentina was a close ally to the UK. It's a complex issue, but I'll tell you the full story that I had to study several times, not because of my normal formation, but because of the fact that I had both sides of the story and everything. The Argentina was a no Argentine will tell you. Yeah, thanks, man. No worries. I don't care about the Falklands at all. Keep them, and I wish you would that Britain would get all of Argentina. You don't say this on Argentina, but I say it publicly. No worries about it. It's what I think, and I have my right to express my opinion. Argentina was a close ally to the United Kingdom before that shit went down. Argentina was a close ally. It was the only South American country that sent pilots. We still have one pilot alive. Sent pilots during World War II to England to help the Royal Air Force, because the Germany, the main issue was that they wanted to get air superiority, which they never got over the UK, and pretty much Argentina was the only country that was a close ally with England originally. That's right. Argentina was a close ally with England. All of our railroads are British. They are British. Our educational system is a combination of the original Spanish colonization and a reform made by a president who brought teachers from New England, from the portion that was still technically British from the US. That's why you'll see that I have this, I know it must sound weird, this weird relationship with precisely your country. Because, and why I said that I would have that it would have been better colonized by the British. Yeah, that makes sense. We had a president, the one that founded, that designed the educational system. It's a pretty weird combination, Argentina, because, as I've said, that, well, the Falklands happened, and in case you are interested, that happened because of a mistake of our crazy socialist government, and this is why I am also partly socially conservative, when they attacked the Falklands and they began spreading the word here that the Falklands weren't occupied by the original British settlers. And if you look at a map, you'll see that there are a lot of British overseas territories besides the Falklands. There are also Norwegian territories in the southern cone, in case you're interested. Antarctica is being disputed by 8 countries at this moment, including the United Kingdom. So, after World War II, see the stupidity of our socialist president, and the reason why I don't like socialism. The stupidity. He had already contributed with all of the pilots to help the UK fend off the attack before the Americans, before America finally won World War II, right? So after he contributed with the lives of all of those pilots and everything to the Royal Air Force and everything, and we had a perfect relationship and everything, the socialist degenerate, sorry to say it like that, but it was a degenerate because he destroyed an international relationship for 100 years. After that, he went on to attack those islands. after the sacrifice had already been made, after everything had already been made, after everything. Nowadays, I honestly, as I've said, honestly, since I am an Anglophile, I don't care about those things. Pretty much, I would have wished the British would have conquered the rest of Argentina because, how do I put it? The Spanish colonization, fortunately Argentina is a unique case because it wasn't as organized as the US, but it was still quite organized. That's why I was mentioning to you that it's a pretty complex case. How do I put it? Argentina culturally yeah, it makes sense, absolutely. Culturally, Argentina has nothing to do. Appreciate your sharing, your opinion. No, I love discussing the topics, and ask me away anything. I know that it's a weird statement to hear, that I would have wished the UK would have conquered, for example, India. Let's take a neutral example, India. So just so you see, India would have been much more organized under British rule than what it is today. And I see the same pattern with a lot of countries, except for Australia, except for very specific cases. I have reasons as to say that the British rule is the most solid judicial system that I've seen. Why? Because the monarchy is more solid than parliamentary democracy or those things. I have legal reasons to say it. Why? Because in case someone wants to become a dictator, there's kind of like a last resort in the image, in the figure of the king, and that makes it more stable. That's why when I hear people say that, oh no, now the United Kingdom is going through an economic crisis, blah 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 blah. Yeah, those people have no idea what's outside of your precisely sacred island, pretty much, because the legal system is much more stable than, for example, in France. You didn't have well, you had the revolution. You had a revolution, the Glorious Revolution, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. But it wasn't as bloody, it wasn't as drastic as the French Revolution. I don't know if you like the monarchy or not. I know that there are Britons, that there are British that don't like the monarchy, but legally, in terms of the judicial system, you know that I'm also a lawyer, it adds an extra layer of security and stability that social democracies, for example, don't have. And social democracies in general, they don't need to be socialist leaning, except it's the US, except it's a case of
Powerful you may be, but you are
of the dominant superpower of the world. Number one, they're fragile. They're fragile. In the case of France, right now it's stable, for example, but it went through a sequence of political crises that the UK didn't go through, and that is because of the monarchy. Because at the end of the day, just like Spain, for example, and in the case of Italy, it would have been also beneficial, there was kind of like a last resort to keep order. And that's why I mention it. And that's why I also like, besides it's the first constitution of the world, I don't know if you know it, the UK constitution is the first of the world. So there you can see that there's a tendency. I see a pattern. As a lawyer, I see a pattern. That the stability of the legal system is much higher on average. For example,